Hey everybody, this is Doug Kenny from Stories from Motorsports, and fresh out of the Long Beach Grand Prix, we have RJ with us from the Stadium Super Trucks. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Where are you at the moment?
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona.
Ah, fellow Phoenix citizen. That's awesome. Yeah. So, what got you into racing?
I've always enjoyed, riding dirt bikes and quads growing up. And when I was 14 years old, I met Todd Wiley and started going to desert races with him. And when I was 16, he let me co-drive. And I kind of been co-driving since then. And he let me drive the Baja 250 when I was 17 years old in his Geyser trophy truck. After we had issues, he let me finish it. And so pretty much my whole life I've been riding with him and teaming up with other people, getting in other trucks. And 4 years ago, I bought my first truck and started racing.
That's nice. What's it like to drive off-road compared to asphalt?
So Stadium Super Trucks a couple weeks ago was the first time I ever drove asphalt in my life, and it's a whole different world. The dirt, the desert is comfortable to me. I know what I'm doing out there. The pavement was, I didn't even get to test the truck. My first time in it was racing. There was no test session, no nothing. Here you're going racing.
Did you have an eventful run in Long Beach or no?
Yeah, no, it was fun. Everything was good. Day 2, there was a crash early on, I think on lap 2 or 3, and they stopped the race, so we only got to race one day. But other than that, it was a good time.
Yeah, I heard about that. Did they declare the winner of that race that was stopped, or no?
I don't remember who won it, but I know Matt Bratham ended up overall on the weekend.
Yeah, I saw Miles Cheek won, and that was good for him.
Yep.
So how did you connect with Robbie Gordon in the Stadium Super Trucks to go in that direction? So
the guy that I prep his trophy truck, and I've also been driving it, he does the Stadium Super Trucks. His name's David, and he offered to have me go drive over there. So I really didn't know much about him until I went there and drove.
Yeah, was it eye-opening for you or eyebrow-lifting?
Yeah, no, it was fun. There's definitely a lot that could be done with that series for sure. They could take it pretty far if they wanted to promote it right and do things different.
Yeah, I definitely think they need longer seasons for that series to keep the exposure of off-road and Robbie Gordon's, off-road.
They need more races. As of right now, it looks like there's only Long Beach this year.
Yeah, I heard from a previous competitor that part of the reason why they shortened the season is because Robbie is focused on building his UTV business and getting it off the ground, and then hoping down the road to have more races like he did when they went out to Australia and all across America,
Yeah, which is fine, but that's why I said if you got someone else promoting it and running it, turn it over to someone else, let them manage and run that so they could take off with it so he could go do his ventures. He needs to stop being so, he doesn't, how do I say this? Let someone else run this SST trucks. He could show up and drive, but let someone else be in charge and go and do them so he doesn't have to be. So it can evolve.
Yeah. I have heard that while Robbie is a genius, sometimes he's a guy that likes to be his own boss. But some say that with him it can kind of go over the top with that.
No, I get it. It's hard to hand over to other people, and you want things done a certain way, and when you're there, they'll be done how you want them.
Yeah, but that's what Tony Stewart did with SRX, when he couldn't financially afford to run it anymore, so he sold it to Skip Barber,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really glad, though, that so far I've gotten to see some of the Stadium Super Trucks in action. I first saw them
they're a blast, and like I said, if he had, say that's all he did, they would be amazing. Or if he had someone else just strictly on those, you could do a lot with them. There's so much potential. He just has his too many irons in the fire to give those his full attention.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So, yeah, what was your best memory of the weekend driving the trucks and all that?
I don't know. Probably just, first time going out and just driving it and feeling the difference of being on pavement and how you don't pitch the truck out in every corner. You actually got to kind of plant it and drive through the corner. And after the first race, on day one, I was going in, hard on the brakes and full throttle through the corner, pitched out sideways, and that's how we drive in the dirt. And I talked to a couple of the drivers after, and they gave me some good tips on how to go through the corner without driving, and being faster. I was driving like I was on dirt the whole time. And so Sunday I was pretty excited to go out and try to see, try a different driving style, and the race would get cut short, but I felt that I would have been a lot better off that Sunday than Saturday after getting a lot of good advice. All the drivers are very friendly. It was nice meeting everybody. Everyone was super helpful.
Yeah, that's good to hear that you got to meet a lot of the big names. I remember meeting when I went to Nashville a couple years ago, I remember meeting a couple of the Stadium Super Truck drivers, and I didn't meet him personally, but when he went through the crowd, I got to shake Robbie Gordon's hand after he won that race, Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I remember watching them in action and all the jumps. Yeah, they need more exposure and a bigger schedule, and they need an event, a particular event that'll be the Super Bowl for them, if you know what I mean.
For sure.
If you had to imagine a good track for what a potential Super Bowl event would be for Stadium Super Trucks, what would you think?
See, I would like to see them back in this, like a stadium environment, how they started off, where they were actually in a stadium and there was, dirt and more jumps. And to me, that's how they started off. That's what a stadium truck is. I think if you can get a big arena where people can see the whole thing.
Yeah, like a Coliseum, like Bristol or something like that. That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie, I hope you're listening to this. So, yeah, what other racing have you done?
So, my last race was the Battle at Prix, and then I raced the Mint 400 this year, and the Snore 250 so far this year. Next weekend I'll be down in Rocky Point racing a small little Saddle race, and then right from there to the Baja 500. Oh, San Felipe, we're at San Felipe too.
Great. Have you ever raced at Baja before?
Yes.
What's it like, and what's your best finish?
So, my first time racing in Baja was 06. And we got 06, I think we took fourth place in trophy truck in 06. No, Baja's awesome. It's just a whole different lifestyle down there. You go there and the people are excited to see you. They love that you're down there. They just love seeing the trucks. You get open pre-running. Well, San Felipe, we were down there for a little over a week before the race and just pre-running. And the 500, we'll be down there for a week and a half just seeing the course, just running our section. It's neat. It's different than anything else.